What's up, guys? It's Ryan with Prop and Gear. Excited to be back with you after a long couple of months being away. I'm finally back to tell you about the truth about being a CFI. What is this lifestyle about? How does this job work? And what is the reality of being a flight instructor in today's day and age? Being young, especially, working towards the next goal of becoming a jet pilot. So first off, what is the scheduling like as a CFI? What is my schedule? What's my day-to-day? And what am I doing on a daily basis? How many hours am I getting of flight time per week, per month, etc.? So my schedule, fortunately, is very busy due to the great weather we have here. It's 70 degrees like every day here in Phoenix. I wake up, it's 70, sunny, and we're ready to fly. That being said, that might not be the case where you're at as a CFI in your neck of the woods. So depending on weather, depending on your student workload, hours are going to vary. I have great weather, about 5 students right now, so I get a lot of flight time. I'm currently building 25 to 30 hours per week, equating to about 100 to 120 hours per month, which is very good, very quality flight time, a lot of hard work, day in and day out, but progressing towards that goal, towards that 1,500 hours needed for the airline transport license. Second, is CFI a scary job? Do I get scared as a flight instructor? What is it like going from a student pilot into the flight instructor position and now sitting in the right seat, teaching a student, not having someone to help you, but having to help other students? And at first, it's challenging. It's different. It's an experience, but it builds so much confidence. It builds confidence and builds pilot skills like no other, and that is why I highly recommend the route. There are jobs at 250 flight hours, very few that you can get as a commercial pilot right out of the gates, but the CFI job builds tons of confidence, tons of skills, and the most important thing I've learned is it keeps you ahead of the airplane. There's nothing else like it because you have to understand what your students are going through and predict things before they happen. You have to be way ahead of the airplane, well ahead of what the student's thinking, and coordinating many things at the same time, multitasking in a way that you probably have never done before. And it builds extreme confidence in the airplane, and the repetition through emergencies, scenarios, and maneuvers really makes you an exceptional pilot. Third, what is the pay like? What is the lifestyle like? So do I get paid a bunch of money? Am I out here just balling, throwing racks? No, not yet. Unfortunately not. I'm waiting for that time. Gonna grow my way up in the pilot career in aviation as a professional, but for now, pay, it's enough to make money, it's enough to make ends meet. I get asked this question a lot from you guys who are going through training or trying to figure out this flight career, and they ask, what can I expect after I get out of training? I might have loans, going through flight school, what kind of money am I gonna make back, and how am I gonna afford to live? So the reality is you'll probably make somewhere between $25,000 and $35,000 a year salary at your flight school. That is if you work for a flight school. Yes, you can be a CFI independently and have your own business and make a little bit more money, depending on your client base, more or less. But the basic structure is either salary, which I have, or hourly payments, which is most common. So most commonly, you're gonna receive about $10 to $20, $25 per hour from a flight school for your services. Sometimes that's only for flight, sometimes that's for ground. It really depends on the flight school. But you can expect $10 to $25 an hour. And then if you go in by yourself as an independent contractor, maybe get some of your own clients, you can charge more because you're not covering overhead for the flight school, all that stuff, and you can charge more like $30 to $50 an hour, depending on the going rate in your marketplace. Some places you'll make more, some places you'll make less. So, what are the best things about being a flight instructor? One of the best things is building that incredible experience, getting through all kinds of scenarios and really getting ahead of the airplane and building yourself as a professional. It really is a great job and does wonders for your pilot career and your skill set. Secondly, the people you meet, the ability to give back is awesome. It's honestly really incredible. I love giving back to not only you guys, but my students. It's really cool. I just put up 2 of my students for their first stage check, part 141. They passed, so awesome job, guys. And it was awesome to receive those texts saying, hey, thank you so much. I passed the first stage check. You're an awesome instructor. Thanks for what you're doing. And I love building that relationship, giving the students the best training that I can provide them, learning for myself, and then teaching them and having them learn along the way. It's a learning experience for everyone, and learning and helping people grow is the most rewarding thing about this industry and about this stepping stone in my career. Then, what is the worst thing about being a flight instructor? The worst thing, maybe the scheduling, maybe the quality of life. It's 5 days a week, at least where I'm at. I only have 2 weekdays off, so it's not the most desirable thing. But then again, that's not too bad. I work hard, I'm getting my hours, and it's just getting me closer and closer to that end goal. So that's exciting. Aside from that, maybe pay, maybe just the repetition. We don't always want to do steep turns and slow flight every day, all the time as our career. It gets kind of repetitive, kind of boring. But then as students progress, if you have people in different phases, it changes it up, mixes things up. So that would probably be the worst few little things about flight instruction. But like the industry has it, it's a stepping stone. For most people, I'm not going to call myself a career flight instructor and sit here and say that I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. That's not my goal. That's not most people's goals. It's really a stepping stone to build those 1,500 hours, and that's the way it is. But it is incredible, necessary experience. Lastly, what can you guys do to make yourself a better CFI, or what do I recommend for anybody becoming a CFI, going through the training right now? And it is to really study, work hard, work on your open-mindedness, and develop yourself each and every day. Each and every day I learn something. It's always a learning experience, whether that might be something wrong with a plane, I have to squawk a plane for a certain issue, you have to deal with a student a certain way. It really develops your character, develops your personality. You learn how to deal with different personalities, different mindsets, different students. I have some students who are more macho, overly cocky in the plane, not to a serious extent, and then some who get down on themselves a lot. So just be open-minded, go into this with a strong heart, desire, and kill it. Soar to your full potential. And if you need any more questions answered about being a CFI, what's going on in my life here out in Arizona, how I did this, feel free to call me, contact me, send me an email, ryanhuber97, birthdate 9/7 at iCloud.com. I'll see you in the next video. I'm excited to be back with you guys and keep sharing my experiences in aviation and help you guys build yours.